Cheer. You guys are now listening to the Mr. Sanchez Show, episode 1. Shout out to everybody listening. Thanks for watching. I welcome you guys to a little sit-down 30-minute show with me, your host, and thanks for being here. How was your guys' week? I hope it was good. My week was eventful, to say the least. I'm fighting the flu right now. You know what I'm saying? And I'm still here, bro. You know what I mean? Like, I didn't want to necessarily do the show today because I was under the weather, but me and the producer, you know what I'm saying? My producer, Young Glizzy, the show must go on, and we need to get it bracking. So, yeah, let's get into it. As far as my week was a week of setting boundaries. You know what I mean? Not letting people try you, not letting people get little slick comments onto you, disrespect, you know what I'm saying? I'm no tough guy, but disrespect won't be tolerated in any shape, form, or fashion without being met with more disrespect. And that's just how I was raised, you know what I mean? Like, you pinch me, I'll punch you. You know what I mean? You do something, I'll set you on fire, bro. You know what I'm saying? That's just how I am. That's how I'm built. That's how I was raised. And I'm trying to get away from that, but it's not easy. You know what I mean? And people want to pick fights with you, and then they don't want to fight. You know what I mean? So it's like, leave me alone, then, dude. But other than that, you know, we're still doing good. Weather in Miami still beautiful. Holidays are still going. You know what I mean? I didn't miss no days at the gym. You know, I'm on that test 400. Feeling good, feeling strong out here. You know what I mean? And yeah, bro, I'm looking forward to Christmas. You know what I mean? Christmas is a great time of the year. You know, there's some people that always have to jump out the window and tell you how Christmas is a satanic holiday, or it derives from this BS, and you know, Jesus wasn't born on that day, and look it up for yourself. And it's like, yo, dude, you shut up. You know what I mean? Get a life and enjoy Christmas, bro. You know what I mean? You know why you celebrate Christmas. I know why I celebrate Christmas. And let's have fun and enjoy the holidays, bro. You know what I mean? Moving on to some topics. You know, we had a lot of cool things happen. You know what I'm saying? We had Andrew Schultz got railroaded, and went viral for messing around with, you know, making some comments about Kendrick Lamar. And yeah, let's pull up the clip.
Andrew Schultz obliterated Kendrick Lamar on Flagrant in response to Kendrick claiming white comedians should not be allowed to talk about black women.
Listen, nobody has respected women more than rappers. So I completely understand how a rapper could look at a comedian.
That's true. You know what I mean? Like, Kendrick, I hate woke rap, bro. That shit's ridiculous. You know what I mean? And his fans are the same. Like, they're just woke fucking hip hop fans and nerds, bro. You know what I mean? And they don't get to police comedy or police speech. You know what I'm saying? If Andrew Schultz wants to make comedy about whoever, that's not for you to judge his art, right? Because hip hop has a past of misogyny, of gangsterism, of a lot of things, and comedians don't go and try to put their foot in what rappers do. So why do rappers want to put their foot in what comedians do? So, you know, shout out to Andrew for sticking up for himself, and for I think he wins the argument against Kendrick and against his fans. Let's keep it going.
Telling a joke and be like, how dare y'all keep saying your wives are annoying? You know, people like us, and you know, just ain't nothing but hoes and tricks. I beat my with a stick.
Don't let no white comedian talk about no black women.
So he's basically saying all white comedians talk about black
exclusively.
That's what I'm talking about. Now I understand why he's doing a comedy with the South Park creators. He appreciates white comedians that make fun of black people.
There you go.
Didn't they have a character called Token?
Yeah, they do. It's very important to him to protect black women. That's why he's never done a song with an abuser. He never threatened to remove his music from Spotify because they removed R. Kelly's music, who for sure held captive underage black women.
Kendrick's people and his security, they will kill me. But just Kendrick.
I think this part coming up is the part that got him in the most heat. You know what I'm saying? So listen to what he said. I kind of said something similar when I was criticizing Kendrick's music, because Kendrick does roll with a bunch of goons. You know what I mean? And his fans are nerds and herbs for the most part, but his entourage ain't. You know what I mean? And they're not to be played with behind the scenes. But let's go.
I would make love to him. There's nothing he could do about it. The only thing that
You heard that? Pause. Let's rewind that real quick.
like just Kendrick, I would make love to him. There's nothing he could do about it. The only thing that he could do is decide if it's consensual or not. I don't think he could stop most people on the planet from having sex with him.
Andrew Schultz obliterated.
Yeah, so basically he said the same thing, you know, like his entourage would smash him, he would do that, but just Kendrick one-on-one, Andrew basically said that he can make love to him. You know what I'm saying? And the only thing Kendrick could do is see if it was consensual or not. You know what I mean? And that's just funny. You know what I mean? Like, that's not to be taken serious, but again, he's not talking about doing that to me, so whatever. But I thought it was creative. I thought it was funny. And it did spark the internet on blaze. But yeah, I don't like Kendrick fans, bro, to be honest. Like, they're very, like, I know a couple DJs that don't play Drake's music anymore just because they're Kendrick fans. You know what I'm saying? And I'm not a Drake fan. I'm not a Drake defender, but Drake gave us 8 summers of bangers and hits. You know what I'm saying? He gave us a lot of good music to dance with the ladies to. And, you know, just because you're biased, because I don't know why. I don't necessarily. Maybe it's a dark skin, light skin war between people. I don't understand, but, you know, I don't like it. But, yeah, I say W. Andrew battling Kendrick. All right, let's move on. Next one. Next topic is one that comes from my era. You know what I'm saying? I'm from the 1900s, and Jay-Z was one of my favorite rappers growing up. And after the whole Diddy situation, people were like, oh, Jay-Z's next, Jay-Z's next, Jay-Z's next. And people were, like, excited about that. I'm like, dude, why are you people trying to ruin people's lives? You know what I'm saying? Like 20, 30 years after the fact. You know, the late 90s, the early 2000s, it was a different time. You know what I'm saying? Rappers were rock stars. Rock stars were rock stars. And people used to go on tour and do things with groupies. And I'm pretty sure this kind of thing still goes on. But now we live in a time where 20, 30 years later, people are not making money or people are broke. And they might have had a history with some entertainer on a Tuesday night in a shithole city, and now they need $33 million. You know what I'm saying? I don't think it's fair to people, but, you know, this is what they claim. They say basically it's a grape charge, or it's a civil grape charge against Jay-Z that he allegedly did something to a 13-year-old girl. Now, we're quoting the Associated Press here. It says, the unnamed woman says that she was hanging around Radio City Music Hall during the 2000 MTV Music Awards and managed to talk to a limousine driver into bringing her to a celebrity study party at a private residence after the event. She said that while she was in the limousine, she was asked to sign a non-disclosure agreement once at the party. The lawsuit said she took a drink that made her feel woozy and lightheaded, and she went into a bedroom to lie down. She said that Combs and Jay-Z, whose legal name is Sean Carter, then barged into the room along with another unnamed celebrity and raped her. The woman said she was eventually escaped the room, fled the house, and called for a ride from a nearby gas station. That's what she claims. She didn't go to the hospital. She didn't call the police. She didn't do a kit. She kept this under wraps until today. And she's not going out. There's no criminal charges, just civilly. This looks like a money grab. You know what I mean? And, you know, Jay-Z, he came out with a statement, and it was a pretty good statement. You know, basically saying that he got a letter from this dude named Tony Busby, and you know, that dude's like a famous lawyer who goes after people. He's got a high rate of success. It was basically trying to extort him for millions of dollars. And, you know, I hope Jay-Z wins that shit. You know, I don't believe that, you know, I don't believe anything the media tells me anymore. I'm kind of like black-pilled. You know what I'm saying? I take everything with a grain of salt. It's like, oh, this happened. I'm like, yeah, did it? I don't know, bro. You know what I mean? In today's day, you can't just believe everything somebody tells you or the media tells you or anything. So I'm not gonna crucify Jay-Z. I'm not even gonna crucify Diddy until he's found guilty. You know what I mean? You know, like what Diddy did with Cassie was wild, was crazy to watch, and he deserves to be punished for that. You know what I'm saying? But I think he was kind of like the black Hugh Hefner in the 90s and the 2000s. He didn't do nothing that Hugh Hefner didn't do with his Playboy Mansion parties. You know what I'm saying? And now you got all these people that are basically coming out and, you know, trying to put the man in prison for the rest of his life. And, you know, if you're an adult and you decided to go to a party and you did what you did, bro, that's on you. You know what I mean? But this is society today, and everybody's out to make a dollar. You know what I mean? Now, somebody did bring up a good point, right? And that is the Foxy Brown situation, right? Foxy Brown started rapping when she was 15, like professionally, when she was in high school. You know what I'm saying? And it is alleged rumor that she had a relationship with Jay-Z when she first came out. You know what I mean? And you know, I'm gonna show you guys a video of her and Jay-Z on Funk Flex's show, where she basically says Jay-Z used to pick her up from high school to go to the studio when she was 15 years old. Here comes the clip.
I guess sometimes people forget you started very young.
I started at 15, for real real age.
It show. I mean, they say we keeping it real. We talking real talk.
Right. No, I mean, for real. Like, Jay could tell you, I would go to the studio and he'll have to pick me up from school and take me to the studio.
You know what I'm saying? So that can be kind of sus. You know what I mean? What is a 27-year-old man picking up a girl from high school to take her to the studio? It might have been business. He might have been trying to sign her to Rockefeller. You know what I'm saying? Can't necessarily. Could be a duck, but it might not be. You know what I mean? And yeah, bro, that's what it is. I don't believe it. I need more evidence. I'm not gonna crucify Jay-Z. I'm not gonna say he's guilty. I'm not gonna believe everything I hear on the interwebs. You know what I mean? All right, moving on. We got this dude Luigi Mangoni. You know what I'm saying? This is the dude who smoked. He smoked a CEO of United Healthcare in Manhattan. You know what I'm saying? And when I first heard this, I was like, bro, there's no way he's gonna get away with that. You know what I'm saying? Like, that is one of the most secure areas in the whole country. After 9/11, they got crazy security cameras. They got everything. Like, for you to get away with a brazen murder of a high profile person in that manner, I was like, yo, that guy's not gonna get away. If you saw the video is crazy. You know, by now I'm sure everybody has seen it. Everybody's heard about it. It's not news to you guys, but it's in the algorithm. So, you know what I'm saying? Let's talk about it. So basically, he waits for the dude to walk out, turn his back, and he pulls out a firearm, shoots him in the back, which I thought is cowardly, right? I feel like if you're going to commit cold-blooded murder, you should at least look the person in the eye. You know what I mean? So you can, I don't know, you can live with the look of that person that you're doing that to. If you know what I'm saying? That's how I feel. I feel like you should at least face the person you're going to do that to. Don't do it to their back. But he did that, and people were saying, yo, the dude's a professional hitman. You know what I'm saying? The gun jam, look how he cleared it. Look how he went back. He was smooth. Yeah, it was. You know what I'm saying? A lot of people that, like, when I first saw the thing, I thought maybe it was a lover's quarrel. Like, maybe they were, like, lovers, and dude was jealous and tried to kill him. But it didn't turn out to be the case. You know what I'm saying? Apparently, the dude was, like, a highly educated Ivy League graduate who was the valedictorian of his school, and he got radicalized. You know what I'm saying? Like a lot of young men do in college. Wait a second. Most people that are anti-capitalism and you know what I'm saying, anti-capitalism are usually highly educated people that got radicalized in higher education. You know what I mean? Said he looked up to Ted Kaczynski, and you know, for the most part, he made some mistakes, which he wasn't a professional. Like he dumped his bag with like fake IDs in it. He lowered his masks at some places that he went to. He stayed at a hostel where there was like 4 other people there, which they saw him. You know what I'm saying? And then the cameras ended up following him to the Greyhound station, where it was either going to like Washington, D.C. or Pennsylvania. So they knew in 2 destinations where he was going to go. They ended up busting him in a McDonald's. You know what I'm saying? And one of the workers from McDonald's actually is the one who called the cops and recognized them. You know what I'm saying? Allegedly, they didn't call the right hotline, so they're not going to get the reward for snitching on him. You know what I mean? Which is goofy. You know what I mean? You're going to go, you went and you told and you didn't get it. You didn't even get paid. But whatever. They said they found him with a 3D printed gun, and people are getting crazy about that. You know what I mean? Like, oh, he had a 3D printed gun. Look how guns are getting out of control. Psychopath could just 3D print a gun, and that's not necessarily true. If you know anything about firearms, modern day firearms, a lot of them are half plastic, half metal, right? You have the plastic handle and you have the other pieces. Now you could 3D print only the plastic handle, which is harmless. The other stuff has to be, a barrel, a firing pin, a slide, triggers, springs, you know what I'm saying? That cannot be 3D printed. So, you just can't 3D print a firearm. You know what I mean? So don't get all your gun control in your feels and all that shit. You know what I mean? Even obtaining a silencer is like super hard. So I mean, the guy did his homework. The guy had a clean record. You know what I mean? It's not a gun problem. It's a mental health problem, right? That's what I think. What else? What else is going on? Oh, the dude had a manifesto. And you know what's crazy is that today, like the dude got busted yesterday, and today we know everything about this dude. We have his recording when he graduated college. We got his Twitter. We got his Facebook. We got his whole life story, right? But we still don't know who shot the president. We don't know anything about that guy. You know what I'm saying? Like, where's the background? Where's the background on that dude? But I guess the media shows you what they want to show you. You know what I mean? Forgive me. And yeah, bro. I see a lot of people online that they are like bigging up this dude. Like, there's a lot of memes like on X and Instagram of like they're championing this Luigi guy. Like he committed a great thing against the evils of corporate America. Like, what the fuck? You know what I'm saying? Like, we as a country, that looks bad, bro. Our CEOs walking down the street just get smoked in the back. Like, in what society is that cool? But people online are crazy, dude. We also had this guy Daniel Penny out in New York City. He was found not guilty. You know what I'm saying? He choked out a Michael Jackson impersonator that would be on the subway. He got arrested over 40 times. This guy, he was on the train with a knife. You know what I'm saying? And he was threatening people. And this guy was like, "Yo, I'm not gonna get stabbed. I'm not gonna let nobody else get stabbed." And he jumped on dude. They had a tussle, and he choked him until the dude died. Choked him for 6 minutes, and the guy died. So now BLM is out there calling for violence, calling for black vigilantism. And it's like, dude, who has the rights in this country? The criminals or the citizens? You know what I'm saying? Does my grandma have the right to ride the subway and not get stabbed by a Michael Jackson impersonating lunatic with a fucking butcher knife? Or does the Michael Jackson impersonator lunatic with a butcher knife get to just hurt people and there's no consequences? I don't understand what the problem is. You know what? To be honest, I do know what the problem is. The problem is that Mr. Penny was white, and the dude that he killed was black, and I feel the media used that to make a story out of it. And there's like no self-defense laws in New York City, which is crazy to me. Like, yo, you telling me you could be on a subway unarmed, and a crazy lunatic with a knife is threatening everybody on the subway, and you engage this dude and he dies, or you kill him in the fight, and you go to jail, and you gotta fight a murder charge? Like, that shit don't make no sense to me, bro. You know what I mean? And I don't think it was racist in any way. You know what I mean? I just think that Penny dude was just in the wrong place at the wrong time, and the wrong skin color, in the wrong year, in the wrong city. You know what I mean? But I'm glad he was acquitted, and you know what I'm saying? We need to step up, I guess, security inside public transportation, bro. Shit's getting wild. All right, next up on the topic, we got this dude Juan Soto, who breaks the record for highest contract as a sports as an athlete. I believe it was $765 million. That's more than LeBron James and Tom Brady together that they've made in their career. And there's a lot of anger. There's a lot of hating outside because of that. I ain't mad. Let dude make his money. You know what I'm saying? I'm never going to be mad at another Hispanic man for making $765 million, dude. You know what I mean? So shout out to him. He's not the best player in the league right now. He's not, I would say his batting average is 288. He went to the finals. He went to the World Series last year. He blew it. He choked. You know what I'm saying? But I guess the Mets had the money, and they put it out. But I'm going to show you guys a quick highlight reel of my man's over here. Let's go.
Over on the run is Soto. Can't get it. Field Soto back. And it's over his head. And up against right field. Soto can't get it. It's scoop. Drive right field. Soto. It's over his head. To right field. And it will get down. Right field. Soto back. Still back. On the track. And that ball's up the base of the wall. Soto back. Leaps. He can't make the play. It's up right on the nose. Soto in pursuit.
So yeah, did that cost the Mets $65 million more than Ohtani? That's crazy. That was a funny video I saw on Facebook, and yeah, dude, that shit's going viral right now. $765 million to play baseball. Baseball is a good sport to get that kind of money in because it's not that that hard contact like a football player whose career is very short. You know what I'm saying? A baseball player can play into his 40s, mid-40s, maybe 50s. You know what I'm saying? But, yeah, dude, that's what happened with that shit. And that's it. We're going to wrap it up. I'm out of topics. I hope you guys were entertained. I hope you guys liked the show. Forgive my sickness, bro. I think I got the flu. But there's going to be many more of these shows. You know what I'm saying? Catch me on Facebook. Catch me on Instagram at Mr. Sanchez TV. Catch me on YouTube, Crime Pays Podcast, right? KPP Media. Shout out to my boy Young Glizzy. He's behind the scenes making all of this happen. And you guys can still catch our podcast every Thursday where we go back and forth and we just talk a bunch of shit that nobody cares about, bro. Cheer. Later.